Okay. We're chilling. Okay. Would you guys like a recap of episode 2? There's a few of you guys that did it. Yeah, let's recap. Because I don't think like JC's been here for it all. So let's recap. So the funeral for Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother, and your aunt seemed to be something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with that side of the family. So you show up. Tabitha, your cousin, is like awful and mean to you, and the estate is falling apart. We meet Dustin. Dustin's very nice. Then we meet Stella, and she's a YouTuber, and she encourages us to come along on one of her YouTubing adventures into the woods. So we show up, and this guy named Duke, he's also in the woods. He's hunting for some mountain lions that are killing his chickens. And then we see this creepy looking deer, and we're like, what the heck? And then it talks. Oh, I also can talk to animals. And then these creepy creatures pop out, and they start coming after us. And so they go after Duke, they go after Gretchen. And so we go and we save Gretchen, of course, because what else are you gonna do? And then we hear a pow, and then we turn over and Duke dead. Duke's gonzo. So we call the police, and the police are like, we'll look in the morning. And we're like, what the freak? And then they drop us off. And then this creepy guy named Wayne like creeps up on us. We're like, what the freak? So then we go see Sybil and Kanika, because they know a lot about creepy stuff. And then Tabitha is like, girl, why are you so late? I'm going to bed. And then Dustin is nice in the morning to us. And then Tabitha's like, stay out of trouble. And then we go and oh yeah, I forgot we talked to Avery about everything that happened, and he was nice. And then he was like, I'll keep an ear out for anything. We were like, bet. And then we were doing research on the creepy things we found, and we heard that Rosalina wasn't answering her dad, and we were like, okay, we'll keep an eye out. So then we go try and see their other friend Reese, but the doctor who takes care of him is like, nope, not allowed. We're like, okay, see you later. And then we pull up to the mine to try and ask the miners about creepy things that they may or may not have seen. And Wayne pops up again, being creepy. And then we talk to some miners, but then we see Rosalina sneaking around, so we follow her. And then we pull up, and they're in the mine in one of the caverns that had collapsed. I mean, yeah. Should I not? And then it had collapsed and killed like a frick ton of people. And so then we pull up and we're like, you guys gotta get out of here. And then 3 of them were like, no. And then we start hearing knocking, and then 3 of them ran away. And so we were like, oh my gosh. And so a couple of us went after them. The others left. So then we went to go find them. And then I started having like these visions and things, and I passed out and had like a pseudo seizure. And so then she went to go get help. And then I found Rosalina. And then we had to go save the other 2 because they wouldn't listen to Rosalina. And we were running for our lives, and it collapsed behind us, and it crushed Rosalina's leg. And so the police came and the ambulance came, and Rosalina is in the hospital now, and Tabitha is angry with us, of course. And then we went to bed. Yep. Ta-da! Recap. Ta-da! Okay. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. No, unfortunately, my life is not that exciting. That's funny though. Was it engaging? Did you follow along? Did you understand? You managed to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. That's so funny. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mines still stuck to your skin. Let's go shower. We love a good starting clean and fresh. That was a wild, yeah. Oh, by the way, I like saw these people die, had a seizure, all this stuff. By the way, just my bad. Forgot to mention that while we were playing Phasmo, you know, the huge. I've never had a seizure before, as far as I'm aware, at least. Step into the shower. The water's hot and surprisingly enough clean. As steam fills your lung and soot washes off the drain, you... Ugh, yeah, it's scary, bruh. Scary, scary. Every minute feels like another thread holding this town together starts to unravel. Thoughts of doom consume me. Think about Rosalina's shattered leg. Sure. Gotta do our mystic power. Okay. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and wash yourself. Aw. Time to start the day. Let's check on Dustin. Dustin has a friend. Oh, my bad. I didn't read all the options. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Really? That's terrible. I feel bad for talking about seizures now. That's awful, bro. Morning, Dustin. Who's your friend? Her name is Mom. She came... Aw, that's so cute. She came to visit. I, Dustin, Mom. Gotta stay with Dustin until glass house empty. Thank you, human, for take care of my boy. I love them so much. I really do, bruh. What happened to your glass house? Butthole squatter move in. Kick Dustin Mom out. Squatter tried to eat Mom. Squatter evil. Squatter may be butthole, but squatter not evil. It just tried to survive, just like all creature. Dustin still have much to learn. I had a rough night. Can we talk about it? Was it because of Cat Monster? Dustin was scared too. If Cat Monster want to eat Dustin, Cat Monster will have to go through Dustin Mom first. Dustin Mom will kill. When Dustin and Mom eat like kings, that's nature. They didn't even let me talk about. Rude. Gotta go. See you later. Let's peek out the window. You hold your breath and approach the bedroom window. After finding that boot print and the viscera in the garden yesterday, you can't help but anticipate something staring back at you. It's the same view. Check the closet. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right? Nah, it's good. Let's text both of them. Morning, guys. How are you holding up? Last night was terrible. What's the game plan? Can't wait to Ghost Bus tonight. I get to meet Reese today. Morning. How you guys holding up? I like that one. You didn't know they were there? What? That's so sad. They're the whole reason I'm playing this game still. I'm just kidding. That's not true. But I love them a lot. It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Okay, I guess I can text them all individually too. How are you holding up? Text Kanika. How are things with Miles? We'll ask that too. Okay. Here we go. Playing the field, keeping your options open. I'm not trying to romance either of them. That wasn't really my intent. Oh, is this the cleaner lady? You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Frou-Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy the best she can. Vile woman, destroying the natural order of my kitchen. Tabitha gaze swivels from the woman to you, her glare intensifying. The possums in my drawer told me someone's squatting in the house. Just the redhead roan. Hi, I'm Sleepy. Good morning, I'm Janie. Just here to do my little weekly cleaning. Whatever cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know. Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Okay, perfect. I like it. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. Slay. Okie dokie. It's nice to finally meet you, Sleepy. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner. Janie. Did I? But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are two completely different things, I suppose. All I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy that part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha company with everything that's... Janie! Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again? Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Good morning, Frou-Frou. Bonjour. Sacre bleu. I can't say that very good. Do not think you can just bonjour me because I slept at the foot of your bed last night. I still despise you. 3 humans at once. This is abhorrent. Your stink will linger here for hours. How am I supposed to bear it? Oh, yep, definitely. I see. Talking to my cat again. Are you sure you didn't get hit in the head last night? You don't say good morning to your pets? I always make sure to talk to my farm cats and alpaca like they're people. To me, they think they are. Any updates on Rosalina? Yeah, they had to take her foot. Ooh. I knew that was gonna happen, though. You're lucky that wasn't you. What were you thinking going down there without me? I already told you. She takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty carton, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening, so you're coming with me. You can't just move on. Take her foot. You can't just move on like nothing happened. Just because something terrible happened to someone, it doesn't mean that life doesn't go on. Life has to go on, and let me assure you that what happened to that poor girl weighs heavily on my mind. Now, shall we go, or would you rather keep bombarding me with the guilt for something I had nothing to do with? But I haven't had breakfast. Should have thought about that before sleeping in so late. Janie, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. She's cutie. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches you from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Sleepy, before you go, I've heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now. And when I heard it again, I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up with that. I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. Thanks. Last night was a lot. If you ever need to talk to anyone, my husband is the local pastor. He's a gentleman and always willing to lend an ear. He's actually been going a little stir crazy ever since we moved here with that nobody really attending sermons. Whoa! So sorry. I like breathed in weird. Oh, gracious. My apologies. It'd probably do him good to walk you through your worries. Sounds wonderful. Thank you for the offer. Of course, he's always ready and willing to talk with people, so feel free to stop by the church anytime. I low-key want to know if he is creepy or not, you know? Why do you clean up this place? What kind of ice cream do you have? I'm jealous, bro. I want ice cream. I don't really ask myself that sort of question. It's a job, I get paid, and of course I've known the family for a while, so it seemed like a decent thing to do to make a little extra money. Plus, maybe one of these days she'll let me really spruce up the place. Can you imagine it back in its full glory? It'd be a lot of work, but what a project. Keep dreaming, Janie. Enough waddling. We're leaving. Slay. Still gas for sure. We leave the estate. The ride into town is uneventful. Your cousin, unsurprisingly, more focused on the road than making conversation. All right, we're just popping into the general store for... Oh, turd. Go back. Just popping into the store for a few minutes. Wait, how do I go back again? I didn't get to read those. Oh, it's in the save, right? It's in the autosaves. Wait, load. You forgot to tell me. Autos. Okay, wait. 150. This one. Okay. Hello? Why can't I click it? Well, let me click it. Oh. Oh. Thank you. Thank you. My bad, squad. You got lettered? Oh, no way! Wait, for what? What are we doing at the general store? There we go. Okay. Picking up some tea from Sybil. What kind of tea? I don't know. The kind Sybil makes. She makes a bunch of weird stuff. I don't know what all of it's called. Quit interrogating me about the tea blends. Jeez. After everything that's happened, it's nice to just go on an errand. Welcome back. Welcome back. JC, that's sick. That's awesome. I'm jealous. My school didn't do letters. I was so sad about it. That's awesome. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with this stuff. You never would have let me so much as think about it. I'm sick of caring for this family. Kanika storms off. The door slowly drifts shut behind her. Ugh, other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. That's so fun. I'm jealous. Poor Kanika's really going through it. Yeah, I've never been one for public displays. I think it's healthy to express yourself. Good for her. I'd be losing it if Miles was my brother. Have I ever told you that? You scare me? Poor Kanika, and she's really going through it. That's true. That's true. It's unbecoming. Come on already. Let's... Yeah, get your own jacket to put it on. Buy a jacket somewhere else. Yeah. The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smells of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning, is the new blend ready? Of course. Sleepy, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute. I'm afraid of Miles. Can I have some too? Oh, sure, if you're willing to wait a bit. I wasn't expecting to entertain, so I didn't put any water on. I'll go and do that now. Never hurts to have a fresh pot of hot water on hand. Can we get this over with first? Oh, gotcha, JC, gotcha. That's okay. You still get the cool thing from it. Of course, priorities. Sybil motions for Tabitha to follow and they both disappear. Try and listen in. I'm cool with that. Subtle. I longer than you'd hoped, but... Sybil pauses a moment later. You hear footsteps move to the far end of the tea room. If she and Tabitha resumed their discussion, their voices are too soft for you to hear. So real, so real. It isn't long before the tinkle of the bells interrupts your attempted listening session and announces another patron. Oh, a new guy. Oh, excuse me. Wait, you're Sleepy, aren't you? My name is Bo. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. Ooh. Oh, is he gonna think I murdered his dad? Hey, Bo, I promise I didn't murder your dad. The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. Ugh, I don't like saying that. I'm sorry for your loss. Have they found his body yet? They ain't said anything to me if they have. The policeman stopped by yesterday, but he didn't seem too bothered about it, and I ain't heard nothing from him since. Thank you, Sharky. Mama's pretty broken up about it too. I'm trying to hold it together since I'm the man of the house, but it ain't easy. Me and him was supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, but now he's gone. And as of this morning, so is she. They stole Big Betty, whoever that is. So I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, I may as well make myself useful and go out in the woods to look for what's left of my daddy. Aww. Whoa. My goodness. Aww. That's kind of cute though, JC. Is Big Betty one of your chickens? It's dangerous up there. I wouldn't go poking around. Is Big Betty one of your chickens? Nah, she ain't a chicken. Big Betty is our prized pumpkin. She was a big lady too. I'd expect she at least 2,000 pounds. Not too easy to move something like that. Holy crap. Could be she rolled off down a hill. But I can't be looking for her just yet with what's going on. I wouldn't go poking around. It's dangerous. I ain't a stranger to what these hills have to offer. Daddy always said I wouldn't have nothing to fear so long as I learned how to use my fists. So he taught me how to do all that. Those woods might still get scary sometimes, but I reckon there's no better way to show my daddy I've learned these lessons than go out there and find him. Have you seen anything strange on the farm the past few days? Not really, no, but I've been awfully busy with what everything has been happening. Them chickens keep disappearing though. The ditchlings are stealing them. I never heard of ditchlings before, but whatever they are, they won't stop me from trying to find him. I can't tell you where he is. He's not safe. Ooh, should I tell him or not? That's so funny, JC. It's not safe. That's what my mama said too, but I ain't got too much else to do with my day. All the crops have been harvested. The chores I've tended to. I may as well be useful. Thank you for looking out for me, Sleepy. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. Oh, never mind. Tabitha. That's funny, JC. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my gosh, have I overslept? Still gotta make myself breakfast. Meet at the library after and figure out a plan. Then it buzzes again. Hey again, LOL. If you want to come over for breakfast, would honestly love to hang out. And then it buzzes yet again. Somebody was busy this morning. Sliding into the DMs, are we? That was not... Girl. If you want to hang out before the library thing, I'm parked in the abandoned lot by the gas station. It's hard to miss. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. Go to the diner to see Avery? Ooh, chat, what are we gonna do? I'm not really trying to romance any of them, and this is feeling like romance. So... I don't really, I'm just trying to befriend them, not romance them. Should I go see Avery? He's the only other option right now. Or I could check in with Oscar. Look how tall Bo is over there. That's crazy sauce. Should Should I go romance or check on Rosalina? He is, bro. He could probably take those ditchling things. It'd be fine. Let's see. Heads is Oscar, tails is Avery. Flip a coin. Bruh? What you mean, bruh? Tails, Avery? Should I not make decisions like that? Or I guess wait for Tabitha, but that doesn't seem very fun either. Let's check in on Oscar. Okay. Well, flipping coins is how I make decisions I don't want to make. Even in real life. Okay. The library's empty. Only Pixel is there to greet you. Pet me, human. He stands cocking his head expectantly. Okay, I'll give him some pets. The other human barely pet me today. Almost forgot to give me breakfast. Rude. But I made sure to yell a lot. Then he remembered. He's in the back room, sitting in the dark, talking to a little rectangle. Cares about rectangle more than cares about Pixel. The phone. Almost on cue, you can hear Oscar's animated voice echoing deeper in the library. You follow the sound of his voice, navigating through the shelves and making your way to the back of the library. Welcome back, Five. You glimpse through an open doorway. It's just like Pixel said. He's talking to someone on a video call. I hope the food isn't too bad. It's been okay. Rosalina doesn't seem to mind. They keep bringing me Jell-O. I love it here. But Dad, I miss you. When are you coming back? The nurses just need me to make sure your living situation is all squared away. Then I'll come get you, Rosa. Just a few more hours. Hey, is that... Oscar practically jumps out of his skin and he turns to see you. Oh, hey, Sleepy. I didn't hear you come in. Oh my gosh, put her on. I think she wants to talk to you. Hi, Rosalina. You saved our lives last night. You're like a hero. I owe you big time. I should bake you a cake. Oscar turns to whisper to you. She's on a lot of pain meds right now. Cute. Why is Oscar wearing a wife beater? Wait a minute. Girl, she's been talking about baking you a cake all morning. But for real, thank you so much for coming back for us. I don't even want to think about what would have happened without you there. Dang, doctor stole my foot. But don't worry, I'm gonna get it back. That's my foot. Can't just take my foot. Take care of her for me, okay, Alexis? I'm gonna be back in just a few hours. Rosa, be good while I'm gone and get some rest. I don't want to go home. They give me unlimited Jell-O. It's great here, and I can't leave till they give me my foot back. I'll make sure to stock up on Jell-O. I love you, Rosa. Bye, Mr. Gutierrez. Oscar sighs as he hangs up the phone. Am I romancing Oscar? I didn't think that was what was happening. Isn't he old? How old am I? Okay, why is he wearing a tank top then? I didn't mean to... Wait, I thought Oscar was married too. Is he not married? I guess we're rolling with it. Oscar sighs as he hangs up the phone before looking at you with a tired smile. Anyway. Hey, Sleepy, you're here early. Anything I can help you with? You're asking me for help? You're the one going through it. Am I gonna romance Reese or what? That's true. I guess it's a force of habit. Or asking people if they need help, that is. Let me try that again. What brings you here, Sleepy? I wanted to check in on you. That's very thoughtful. I think I have a handle on things right now. Still, I wouldn't mind some company while I get the room together. I was hoping that I'd be able to deal with your ghost problem before Rosa was discharged, but they apparently need her out of there today. Whoa, hold on. Sorry, I just got dizzy. We're good now. I just needed to stabilize a little bit. We're good now. I got lots of options, I guess. I suppose it gives me something to do to feel useful, but this isn't a place for a child, and especially not one still recovering from a traumatic injury. Why are they discharging her so soon? I thought it was odd too. It just doesn't seem right, not after that kind of trauma she went through. But it sounds like there was a big bus crash last night. They need the beds, and supposedly there's not a lot they're doing for her at this point that can't be done at home. It's not what I would have done, but I hope they're right. Bus crash? That's all I know. There's some big accident north of here. It's pushing the local hospitals to the brink. I didn't read it all the way. What a week. It's great that she's coming home. I get it. It sucks though. That's terrible. They just can't kick her out. All the more reason to get to the bottom of your ghost problem tonight. It's great that she's coming home. Yeah, I suppose there's a bright side to all this. I'm scared to death that I won't be able to give her the kind of help she needs. But at the same time, we'll be dealing with it together in a place that's familiar to us. Now I just have to make sure that familiar place is not either haunted or full of trash. Oscar, Rosalina, how you holding up? Rosalina sounds like she's doing well, all things considered. I don't think she even realizes what's happened yet. We'll have to see how she takes things when the painkillers wear off. I don't know how I'll be able to comfort her when or if it finally sinks in. How can I? I have no idea what that's like. They didn't put this in the How to Be a Supportive Dad manual the hospital hands out after every birth. She's still alive, and that's all that matters. She shouldn't have to. She's just a kid. The doctor said I shouldn't blame myself, that teens do all sorts of risky things, but I'm her dad. What am I even good for if I can't keep her safe? I'm sorry I didn't get them out of there faster, Oscar. No, you heard her on the phone. She's thankful you did what you did, and so am I. It's hard to even think about what could have happened last night if you hadn't been there to help. How are you holding up? I thought I already asked him that, but I'm okay. I just shouldn't have let last night happen. Being a parent is about making sure nothing bad ever happens. You're only human, Oscar. Don't be too hard on yourself. All those kids have parents. You just got unlucky. Should have kept a better eye on her. You're only human. Don't be too hard on yourself. I suppose the past is the past. There are things I could have done differently, but there's no way to change what's already happened. I still feel guilty and probably will for the rest of my life, but the best I can do is not repeat my mistakes. Thank you, Sleepy. I won't let regret consume me for Rosalina's sake. If it's not rude for me to ask, where's Rosalina's mom? It's not rude, especially at a time like this. If Rosalina had two parents, I wouldn't have to put the responsibility of staying with her at the hospital on her little friend. I could have stayed by her side while her other parents set things up back here, but that's not how things have worked out for us. Rosalina's mom wasn't ready to be that for her. So she dipped? When? He has to let his hairs breathe, 5. Jeez. So inconsiderate. She thought she was, but that didn't last. I can't really blame her. We were both too young. Neither of us really were ready for that kind of responsibility, but that's all ancient history now. So Oscar, how old are you? We haven't spoken in years. Last I heard, she's married to a lawyer and moved into a big house in Ohio somewhere. Not Ohio, bruh. I guess I should tell her what happened. Though I don't know. I've never known how to navigate this whole situation other than doing what I can to be two parents for my daughter. Does no one in this town have two parents? Bruh. Most people have two parents, Sleepy. But now that you mention it, you know, I haven't actually given that much thought. They must, though, right? Let me think for a moment. There's little Tulip. She's got Janie in the pasture. Pasture? Pastor. Alexis and Becca both have married parents. And Zane probably has parents, but I've never met them. Oh, and I grew up here to two loving parents. May they rest in peace. You're right, though. There seems to be a trend. I guess that's just what happens in a place like Scarlet Hollow. No one is allowed to have their happy ending. Don't tell her. An email couldn't hurt. See you later, Vidana. An email couldn't hurt? I don't know. That's probably a good idea. It's not like I even have much beyond an email. She changed her number years ago, and I'm not even sure what her last name is anymore. If she doesn't check her college email address, you're right. I can say I tried. Tell me about the haunting, I guess. Ah, yes, of course, the haunting. He gets a distant look in his eye. It started with the floor bleeding in Rosalina's room, and before you say anything, it wasn't rusty water, and it wasn't wine. It was blood. AB negative, actually. I couldn't believe it was happening, so I ordered a kit online to test the stuff. That's crazy. He tested it? Lit. And then I started seeing the figure. I could never get a good look at it, but I knew when it was there. There was just a feeling I'd get, like someone was about to stab me in the back, and I turn around and see a flash of someone leaving the room, just enough that I knew there had been someone there. Just thinking about it makes me want to hide under the covers. Oscar pauses, lost in dark recollections. The clearest look I ever got was one night when I was coming back to the house after doing some reshelving. I saw it plain as day, standing in her doorway, silhouetted like there was light shining behind it. I couldn't make out the face. Obscured in the shadow as it was, I thought I heard it say something. A name I couldn't quite make out. It sounded like a question. Like it was asking if I was that person. Then its head caved in. He pauses again before coming back to himself, pushing the memory away. That was the last night we stayed in that house. As soon as that thing disappeared, I got Rosalina out of there, and we've been in the library ever since. As Oscar finishes his tale, you feel a shiver climb up your spine. You can sense that whatever entity he encountered is nearby, as if summoned by the description, its hateful energy reaching out and butting into your conversation. Your ears perk up as if listening for that questioning name, your other senses following suit. How do you know it was a ghost? I suppose I don't. But I'm an educated man. I'd like to consider myself rational. And the normal rational explanations for what's going on in the annex, there aren't any. I thought I might be hallucinating and that maybe there was a gas leak, so I hired someone to come in and check out our pipes. Nothing, clean as a whistle. I tested the blood seeping out of Rosalina's floor. It's blood, no two ways about it. And it's not a one-time spill either. I scrub it clean every day just for there to be fresh stain the following night. So, is it a ghost? Who knows? But whatever it is, it's defied my every attempt to identify it. If that isn't a ghost, then what is? Have you considered moving out of town and stuff? There's just not enough money to move anywhere. I have student loans to pay off and a kid to raise. It's not like we have a lot of disposable income. We get a good deal on this place, much better than the markup in Scarlet's... The markup the Scarlet's charge non-minors for their housing. No offense to your family, but your cousin owns most of the houses in Scarlet Hollow, so our options are pretty limited. It's either buy a depleted homestead out in the farms, get fleeced by your cousin, or spend money we don't have to move someplace new, which also comes with the bonus of separating Rosalina from all her friends. All over a ghost we're not sure is real. So we come to the fourth option, get rid of whatever is haunting the annex and keep saving for Rosalina's college fund until she's able to leave this place for good. If you managed to leave for college, how did you ever wind up coming back? Yeah, why did you come back? That was the plan, but the county did a big education pushback when I was still getting my master's. Library jobs are more difficult to find than you'd think. This one basically fell into my lap. The county subsides rent. We get a whole house to ourselves, and until a few years ago, Rosalina's grandparents were here to help take care of her. It seemed perfect, and for a little while it was, but I suppose nothing lasts forever. Maybe it's just a guy in a scary mask. Whatever it is, I'm sure we can figure it out. I suppose so, but like I said, it's basically exhausted those options. But maybe y'all will find something I missed. I suppose there's always the possibility that this turns out to be some guy in a mask, a rival librarian perhaps, trying to scare us out of the annex so that they can take over the librarian gig. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't something I'd try for a good enough job. It's a nice thought to entertain, an easier pill to swallow than proof of the afterlife, but either way, we're figuring it out tonight. Your phone buzzes in your pocket. Almost forgot, it's Major Jimmy Day. Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar. Meet y'all there. I totally blanked on that. Been having a weird foggy morning. Wild that they're still doing the Mayor Jimmy thing even after last night. Do you think news has spread yet? Who the freak is the mayor? But yeah, we should go see Oscar. See y'all soon. As if on cue, you can hear a faint sound of other people in the library somewhere back towards the entrance. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. It's Major Jimmy Day. He has like a whole day for himself, the freak. With everything that happened last night, it just slipped my mind. They're probably going to start setting up soon. I'm barely decent. Yeah, bro. After what you went through last night, I don't think you should worry. It's alright to loosen up a little bit. Don't think it really matters what you wear. Yeah, after what you went through, don't worry. People will forgive you for wearing a tank top today of all days. You're right, but I do like to maintain an air of professionalism when I can. I'll just make myself scarce. It's not like I have much interest in seeing the mayor today. Rosalina's gonna be sad she missed him, though. She loves the mayor. Who's on pay meds? Rosalina. His daughter. Gotta meet the mayor and tell him there's a curse on the town. Why is everyone so jazzed about the mayor? He chuckles. People think he's cute, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't agree. Oh, okay, Oscar. Okay, I see you. But if you want to know my opinion, these little meet and greets are all about publicity, not meeting the public. It improves the image of the town on social media posts, that sort of thing. Every now and then it'll blow up online and folks will come visit Scarlet Hollow to catch a glimpse of the mayor. I suppose it doesn't hurt to have through traffic. I don't want to seem cynical or anything, but it does feel rather calculated. I'll leave it to you. We can catch up later. It's time to meet the mayor. The Oscar, what do you call that? The Oscar achievement, it said, I'm looking respectfully. That's funny. You leave Oscar to his work and make your way back to the lobby. It's busier than you've seen it. A small crowd has formed in the corner of the main foyer. Yes, you're here. Oh, look at her cute little ghost jumpsuit, cutie. Thank goodness we have something to do this morning. My family's been driving me nuts. Also, we haven't had a bad word yet, bruh. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Sleepy to the mayor for like the entire time I've known her. I've never gotten to introduce someone to the mayor before. It'll be worth it, trust us. All right, shall we? He's a dog? Oh, never mind. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. Good morning, citizen. I don't believe we've met. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. He's cute. He is very cute. Very, 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 regal. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. No paw shaking. Only head pats and ear scratches are allowed. He offered his paw. I must apologize for my security detail. He's my best interest at heart. But he can be a little gruff at times. Aren't you Deputy Franklin? Not when I'm off duty, the mayor scoffs. Off duty, the services you render for me are more important than your police work. He's a dog. And you're an ape. Oh. Rude. No, we are. We're the only ones that can talk to animals, as far as I know. And yet, here I am, the big dog in charge. He's the mayor. I'm so glad no one ruined the surprise. This town has a dog as mayor since the early 1900s. That's just how we do things around here for some reason. It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature. And all the friends, and Winnie's biscuits. Oh, and the close-knit small-town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is a close fifth, no contest. Gretchen does not like the mayor. You think? There's plenty of places that have dog mayors. Now, is there something I can help you with? You're not one of my constituents. I'd like to make sure I spend plenty of time with the voters. Mr. Mayor, we need your help. There's something serious going on. Murmur stirs in the crowd behind you as you relay the danger to the mayor. Of course, the pet disappearances. I've been made aware of the situation, but what do you expect me to do about it? It's autumn, the tourist season in Scarlet Hollow. I can't turn away the lifeblood of this town, not with the mind faltering the way it is. Bro, my man's is smart. There is a mine collapse last night. We don't need any more news of disaster coming out of Scarlet Hollow. Do you understand? How do you know what's going on? Wait, how do you know what's going on? I'm the mayor. I keep up to date with what's going on among my constituents. And while it's unfortunate that there seems to be something amiss in Scarlet Hollow, I'm a pillar of this community. I need to present myself as strong, calm, and collected in the face of danger. Otherwise, it might cause panic, and nobody wants that, right? I've heard just about enough from you, Jimmy. Did she just bark at him? Look at you, putting on a show in front of your adoring fans, while the dogs of this town are snatched up by monsters in the woods, hoping the humans will clean it all up for you. That's true, that's true. When are you finally going to do something meaningful for the hairier citizens of Scarlet Hollow? Now, Miss Gretchen, there is no need. Scraps never would have let those things prowl the woods for so long. And yet you sit back waiting for the humans to notice and letting more innocent dogs suffer. You know I almost lost my life to those things the other night, and my goodness, haven't you heard about poor Duke? Now, Gretchen, a lot of those were old dogs. It's fair to me to assume that they simply went to the big farm upstate. Don't you dare talk to me about old dogs. He's only a dog. It's not like he has any real power. She's got a good point, Mr. Mayor. Ugh, I guess every politician is corrupt and cowardly, even actual dogs. Stella, your dog is yelling at the mayor. Wow, Gretchen is barking a lot. I don't think he likes the mayor. Stella, your dog's yelling at the mayor. Whoa, really? Well, I'm sure she must have good reason. Scraps would have been out in those woods at the first sign of trouble, tearing out the throats of any creature who dared to threaten the dogs of Scarlet Hollow. Yet here he is, posing for the little rectangles like nothing is wrong in this town. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get to Mayor Jimmy. Hey, whoa, Gretchen, calm down, old girl. You're gonna pull a muscle. Mr. Franklin, I think now's a good time to dispose of the riffraff. Miss Richmond, I'm going to have to ask you and your dog to step out away from the mayor. How did he know? Does he talk to animals? I should have known better that these two never have been able to get along. Sleepy, you gotta fill me in on their feud later. I've always been curious about why Gretchen gets so fussy near Mr. Jimmy, or Mayor Jimmy. Stella walks off, still struggling to hold Gretchen as she shouts insults back at Jimmy. Ingrate, ne'er-do-well, you dog. Tracy, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, how are you? Sorry, my face covered the thing. Nika is quick to follow. Oh. It looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Here's the pastor, the creepy guy, the creepy pastor. Pastor. I have a hard time saying that word and not saying pasture. Anyway. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. It's hard to put a finger on it, but something compels you to dislike him. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're sleepy. Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. I don't know. She seemed kind of rough. Oh, I'm sure she wasn't that bad. Most people are good deep down inside. It's best not to speak ill of the dead. Janie mentioned you this morning. That woman is the light of my life. I'm so glad she's there to help your cousin through this rough patch. Do you know anything about ghosts? Ghosts? I've never encountered one myself, but I have heard stories of folks who have been visited by their loved ones from beyond the grave, and it seems like it provides them with some sort of spiritual healing, like their beloved relatives are watching over them even in death. Is this about Pearl Ann or perhaps your mother? Have you been visited by her? Never mind. Okie dokie then. The mayor is a huckster and a fraud. That guy cares more about tourism. People in this town think there's something wrong with you. I should go. It's nice meeting you. Back off, preacher man. I ain't buying what you're selling. Let's just be aggressive. People say there's something wrong with you. Are they calling me creepy again? I've heard some folks like to tell little jokes like that. Folks in this town sure have an interesting sense of humor, but it's really funny. Anyway, I just thought I'd offer to lend an ear if you ever needed to talk through your feelings about Pearl Ann's passing, or your mother's passing for that matter. That sounds lovely, thank you. Oh, it does? That's great. The church doors are open anytime you feel like you need to talk to someone. I've been told I'm an excellent listener, and of course, I've been trained in spiritual counseling, so I may be of help if you need to if you find yourself in a difficult place emotionally. I offered the same to Tabitha, since she and my wife, Janie, are friends, but I think she's a bit too busy to take me up on it. Anyway, I hope to see you around. He waves, smiling wide as he walks up the stairs to join the crowd around Mayor Jimmy. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. You find them already talking to Oscar. Hey, Oscar, just caught us up on the whole... Oh, hold on. I'm getting bad at reading again. Oscar just caught us up on the whole ghost situation. I'm so pumped. It sounds like we could get some actual evidence tonight. Are we sure we want to do this when the sun has gone down? Why wouldn't we just go in now when it's not dark and I'm less likely to wimp out? I have no idea if we'll even see anything, let alone be able to ghost bust it. I think it only comes out at night. I'd better get going. I managed to make the back room livable, so I'm rushing off to the hospital to get Rosa and Alexis. Thanks for stopping by earlier, Sleepy. It was really good to be able to talk to someone. And thank you all for volunteering to help me unhaunt my house. You couldn't pay to keep me away from the possibility of seeing a ghost. My voice is dying now. I'm just glad I could do something to help you and Rosalina after everything that happened last night. I appreciate it. See y'all soon. I met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving these little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. Yeah, his vibes are off. No, he is dumb as freak, bro. Glad you feel the same way. There's just something about the way he's always smiling. It's so creepy. The man was grinning all through my dad's funeral. I'll never forget that. Oh, he's definitely head empty, dumb as freak, little puppy dog. Love him to death, though. And I don't mean that in a stigmatizing mental illness kind of way. There's just a little siren that goes off every time I see him that tells me to get away from him. That's exactly how I would describe it, too. The whole town feels the same way. Now that I think about it, he must be pretty lonely. He can look for friends somewhere else. So about the mayor... Right, you seem to have some choice words for him. That dog cares more about tourists than money than protecting the town. Cares more about tourists. Yeah, no, he's not smart at all. The only trick he knows is sit. And if you try to do any other trick, he'll try and lie down because he thinks that's it. But he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Nika laughs. We get a few who all come to see the mayor. The plot thickens. I wonder if the pastor's cursed. I felt something odd when he came up to me, and the way everyone dislikes him, unnaturally excessive. I know this is weird coming from me, but not everything in this town has to be spooky for a supernatural reason. Sometimes people just give bad vibes. Agreed, we're allowed to dislike him even though he hasn't done anything wrong that we know of. Should we invite Avery? Oh, sure, I guess. The more the merrier, right? Maybe there'll be extra voice of reason. We won't be much help to Oscar if we start jumping out at our own shadows. Cool, I'll text them on the way over to Reese's. About Tabitha? What about her? You're not planning on inviting her, are you? Oh my gosh, yes. Can you imagine how much fun it would be if she actually shows? Stella, come on. I know you think you can have some sort of bond with her, but she's awful. She isn't even nice to you. You just haven't given her a chance. Maybe if she comes along tonight, the two of you will finally get along. No. Okay, I won't invite her. Great, thanks. And if you don't mind, maybe stop trying to involve her in things. I don't want to keep looking over my shoulder expecting to see her grouchy face sneaking up behind me. All right, let's head out. To Reese's house. Although it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. It's just extra time you get to spend together. Okay, but what if she yells at us? It's too late. The door swings open. Oh my goodness, poor man's is like withering away to nothing. Hey, Reese! Oh my gosh, dude, it's been ages. You must be sleepy, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I got all the sleepy updates. My goodness gracious, there's something that smells terribly off about that boy. Get away from my Stella, you fiend. Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella, and you brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside, but it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know, I always have some of those easy chew dog jerkies stashed away. The gall, the gumption. This is a violation of my rights. But we go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away towards the van. You keep her safe from that monster, Sleepy. You hear? You don't let a feather of harm fall on my darling Stella. Well, what about you, Sleepy? Are you coming in? I'll wait for Stella and Kanika. Fine. Okay, and then we stand in silence. Okay, we're back. Great, let's get this over with. No, this Reese, the skinny fading away to nothing guy, is like the third in their like friend group. And then the doctor, I don't know, her name is Doctor. I don't know if she's just a doctor or if she's like his mom or something. I don't know. Sharky would know better than me. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy, to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma, no, you're good, Poop. Hello. Welcome. You're good. No worries. Yeah. Okay. So how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around in my kitchen. It is Reese's mother. Okay, cool. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the rolls, which shouldn't take long. Then we can make a quick dinner so you can leave my house and go on about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time right now, right? It did the looks like a girl. That was the whole, yeah. I don't know why. You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind the mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool. We'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. Whoa, he's into creepy stuff. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases lines its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corner of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. This guy's just so skinny, it doesn't fit him anymore. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately, haven't been cleaning much. Has Stella told you about everything that's happened the past couple of days? Every detail. I wish I could see some of it myself, but you know. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens when those things arise. How I feel. He gestures to a futility towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't sneak out one of these nights? The doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick, you know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? You have any thoughts on the ditchlings we've been seeing? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me that they looked like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. Yep, that's them. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean that they've been lurking around here, though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Agree to disagree with you there. These things are gonna be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. What do you think's been going on with Wayne? Who? You know, the guy that's been following Sleepy around, being all ominous? Oh yeah, that slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he's got going on. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look for all our sakes. You think the town is doomed? I think everything is probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's not like I have a lot of perspective on what's going on out there. There could be rioting on Main Street, and if Stella or the doc didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. I'd probably tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you though? I mean, yeah, I'd hope so. But the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. What do you think about Tabitha? She was always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone. If I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never took a chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass, thanks. Your whole situation's gotta be rough, sorry. Thanks. But I've been dealing with this thing for a while now, so you don't have to feel sorry for me. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is going to be. Haha, you're so Reese, you make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's getting worse. Thank you, 5. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time, no one's sure. But I'm definitely not gonna get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. I just can't do it, bruh. So I've done my mourning, my best years are behind me, my future's unknowable, but one day I'll wind up in a pine box just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Oh, should this be my bad word? It's kind of a lame one, Sharky. I'll say both of them in this sentence. Damn, Reese, I may be goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. Nihilistic? I don't know what that word is. We'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine, really. Surely there's something the doctors can do for you. True, we'll all join the worms one day. What's your diagnosis, if you don't mind me asking? I don't mind, though. The answer isn't very illuminating. It's not one particular thing, but a whole mess of nasty little things that add up to one big diagnosis of bad genes. Guess I pulled the losing card in the DNA lottery. And hey, it isn't all bad. Some of it's just weird, like this. Reese pulls on the skin of his arm. It stretches unnaturally. Hyperelasticity. Kind of cool, right? Whoa. Does that not hurt? Nope, it feels fine. Like I said, it gets itchy under the skin sometimes, but I don't know if that's the elasticity, the medicine, or some other part of my condition. Your art. Each piece exudes a sickening miasma. True. It's like you can feel something squirming behind the paint, the brushstrokes acting as steel bars, trapping some anguish being beneath. I can feel those emotions you put into those. They're writhing just behind the paint, radiating pain and anguish. I know what you mean. I feel it too. When I'm working on them, it's like I'm channeling whatever's plaguing me into the paint. And when they're done, I feel like I've been emptied out, and all the vile things inside of me have been sealed away on the canvas. That's why I make so many of them. Sometimes when I return to a piece, it's almost like I'm offering an invitation for those feelings to slither back under my skin. There are some pieces I can't even look at. I hide them until I forget they exist. I'd rather not let those particular feelings back in. Sounds kind of like therapy. That seems healthy, probably. Yeah, art therapy. Sounds like it does good. Does you good. Being empathy must be better than being full... Oh my gosh. Being empty must be better than being full of bad thoughts, right? I think so. It works for me, at least. So you three go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. The schools here are tiny K through 12, not exactly one room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time as some real jerks and were stuck with them through their whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we're free from dealing with jerks like certain SCARELT I could name. Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that. Maybe to you, but the way she used to look at me, you'd think I'd rolled in something foul every morning before school. Same here. To be fair, though, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though. Your mom is scary. I feel like she used to be less scary, but maybe I'm just oblivious as a teen. Speak for yourself. It's possible she's gotten a bit on edge lately. I think my condition has been stressing her out a lot. It used to be something she thought she could fix, but I think she's kind of accepted that it's just something we have to manage. But even if it's a little harsh, she means well. She's just looking out for me. A flirt option. But he's too skinny. Is that bad to be She's kind of hot is crazy. No 5 says every doctor, bruh. That man's is unhealthily skinny. Is isolating your friends really looking out for you? I don't think... Does she do that? She did turn us away yesterday. You came by yesterday? She didn't tell me. I was probably just asleep. She must have forgotten to mention it. I don't know if I would call that isolating. She didn't want to wake me up. I don't think that's her being controlling or anything. Not to cast any doubt on that, but she did say I couldn't bring you any food. She knows that's how I show my friends how much I appreciate them, and she knows I can work around all kinds of allergies and intolerances. Welcome back. Not gonna lie, it felt weird. I don't know, my body is pretty particular when it comes to food. She just prefers to have full control over what I eat, so... okay, maybe that does sound controlling. But it's for a good reason. If I eat the wrong thing, it could really mess me up, so she has to regulate my food. That's a lot of movies you got there. Good recommendations? Let me think. Oh, have you heard of Shin no Chi Death Blood? I saw that for the first time recently, and it blew me away. Back when I was skinny? Wow! What, are you calling me fat? Jeez. That would be fun, Vidana. But I do know how that one goes. Like, it wouldn't be a surprise, but it could still be fun. Whoa. Excellent example of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. We could even put it on after dinner if you guys are interested. Dang, I would usually be down for that, but we've got to head over to Oscar's after this. We promised we'd ghostbust his place. No, I think that would have been bad if that happened. For both me and the other person. He's apparently been dealing with a bad haunting, and I feel like we should really be there for him tonight, considering everything that's happened. He and Rosalina both need our support right now. Okay, but like... Yeah. I don't know. Me personally... Like, first of all, there's a difference between, like, being skinny because you have, like, you're unhealthy versus, like, just, like, being tall and skinny. I guess having an eating disorder is, in fact, a problem for you and for someone else in the relationship. So if it's something like that, that is something to be considerate of. Me personally, I don't like either super buff men or super skinny men because I like to cuddle and I like being able to have that substance there to cuddle. So like super buff muscly men, I don't like because that is not comfortable to cuddle with, as well as like bonies. The bonies be poking. I don't like that either. But that's just me personally. So, but Donna, didn't you call yourself fat the other day? What you mean? I do, bruh. I do. It's comforting. You ever try to cuddle with like sticks? Same thing. But Donna, I'm just saying, you can't be both fat and skinny. Anyway. Yeah, I like me a good dad bod. I like literally do. And I feel like a lot of women do, and men don't understand that. I was just saying what you said. I was repeating what you had said. So I don't stab people. Right, well, and Sharky, again, it's different when it's like you literally are trying to beef up and like you can't. Like, it's different for that as opposed to like having an eating disorder, you know? Like, as long as you are like eating meals with me and stuff, I could probably manage it. I'd rather have a super skinny person than a super buff person. I'm not trying to roast you. I was just reiterating what you had said about yourself earlier. Right, exactly. And like, that's just me. Like, everybody's different. Every girl is different. Every dude is different. Like, that's just me. I like to be able to eat with my dude. I like to be able to eat with my dude. So as long as you can do that, that's fine. Bruh, I didn't call you a stick either. You're the one that called yourself both skinny and fat the other day. So I don't know what you want from me. Gracious. Yeah, I'm gonna check a rain check on the movie too. Yeah, we'll be back for movie night this week. That is not what I said. That is not what I said. 3? I got you. I'm free tomorrow. Same goes for Sleepy. I should probably work tomorrow, but I can close up early. Come ghost hunting with us, please. Oh, wow. Do you think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. That'd be so amazing, but I haven't had the best luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. But make sure to bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. Okay. If you need someone to pose for your paintings, that'd be incredible. Though I should warn you, I work odd hours. I don't usually pick up a brush until late at night. But if that's not a deal breaker, it would be great to see a model other than myself and to have some company. Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table. It is helpful, it is. Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs. Sure thing, Doc. Yes, ma'am. We love washing our hands. You're stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you accidentally wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it, something dark and cold. You felt this before in the dusty tunnels. You so narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum, like a muted scream, heard through the layers of rock, trying to draw you towards it. You feel lightheaded. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Something wants you to find it. Oh, 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 oh. Should I snap myself out of it or open the door? Low-key, open the door. Your heart full of both deep dread and compulsive need to know what is behind on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well, looking for the bathroom. So you passed by the door that's clearly a bathroom and you went snooping around. Come on, get washed up. Everyone's waiting on you. Oh no you don't. Come on, wash your hands and sit down. My bad, I didn't have another option. She yanks me away. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table away from the door. Maybe she's keeping him sick. Maybe she's evil and she's keeping him sick. Dinner's already laid out. Okay, I think this is a good stopping point. Then we'll do dinner. LOL? What do you mean LOL? Load. Save, actually. Quick saves. Do you think or no? Am I tweaking? Do I be tweaking too much? Do I be tweaking too much? I don't know. It's giving. She's in on it. It's giving. It's giving. It's giving spooky. That is a theory. That is a thing that you did say. That he said that is a thing that could happen, I guess. Okay. Anyway, good night. I'm not gonna raid. There's only 3 people here, so LOL. Yep. You do know things. Love you guys so much. Sleep well. Kisses, hugs. Have a good day tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow. I think tomorrow should be normal. I don't think anything's weird tomorrow. Good night, good night. Yes, everybody sleep well. Eat something delicious. Eat something delicious tomorrow so you're not skinny, bony cuddler. I'm teasing. That was a tease. You guys are all beautiful. Love you all so much. Sleep well. Have a good day tomorrow. Bye.